Healing from a childhood trauma requires self-compassion and loving yourself. Loving yourself is the fastest way to heal from anything that has hurt you as a child or even up to now as an adult. And when you begin to love yourself, everything that had happened to you doesn't really hurt you as much because you're not focusing so much on the hurt. You are now focusing on you. And the reason why it takes a lot longer to heal from betrayal, to heal from the past, is because we hold on to that pain more than we should. And we focus on what happened. And sometimes I feel like it's a lot easier to begin to shift the focus towards yourself. So when I started healing, I realized that loving myself was my key. And loving myself didn't need to look complicated. It didn't need to be like what everybody else does when they love themselves. Loving yourself just means that it is something that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be anything big. And I always say also, loving yourself can start from where you are. And one thing I love about living on my own, it gives me that routine that I can create in a way that is just loving, that is so soft, that is romantic. When I wake up, I have the most amazing romantic mornings to myself. Like the way I make my breakfast, it is just so romantic and I love it. And the way I do my bed is just beautiful. Like I've learned to care for myself and the environment that I am in that moment. And that's how you begin to, gain power back. Because sometimes, again, when we've been hurt, when we've been dealing with pain, and when we have been dealing with a lot of childhood trauma, it's a lot harder to, gain control. But loving yourself, creating a safe space for you, gives you exactly that. You begin to take control and have power in your environment. And so, waking up in the morning, doing your bed, that is another way of just having compassion and just taking control. The simply things in life are the best ways. So loving yourself could look like having a bubble bath, whether that is in the morning, whether that's in the evening. It could also look like just listening to some slow calming music while you're reading your book. It could literally be you just one of the things I love in the morning, sometimes I love going to a nearby garden, and I just love picking up flowers. And for me, that's just me looking after myself. That's just me loving myself, picking up the flowers, and coming back in and just arranging the flowers and just putting them on my dinner table. And for me, that gives me joy. So again, loving yourself is, doing things that gives you joy, things that makes you feel good. And it's nothing to do with anyone else, but it's everything to do with you. When you wake up in the morning, what makes you feel happy, throughout the day, what regulates your nervous system, what makes you feel safe. So you have to begin to create those safe spaces and those environments for you. And taking a walk again is another way that makes me feel happy. I love a quiet, soft life. I hate a busy lifestyle. it does not go well with me. And so like my life right now, I'm trying to create that life that is soft, that is healthy, but also, that allows me to continue to fulfill my goals, my business, and work around, my environment. So loving yourself, it's about creating that safe space for you that makes you feel good. It's about choosing the type of spaces that you want to be in. Like, there's no point going in certain spaces that you know that you are going to be triggered, right? You don't want to go to a space that your nervous system is going to go back to survival mode. You want to like make sure you are intentional with your day, with your spaces, with your environment, even with your social circles as well, because that means a lot. So for me, I do not have people in my life that are not I don't have people in my life that don't believe in me. I don't have people in my life that belittle me anymore. Like, I choose my friends, and my friends in the moment, they are very small, and that is okay, because I know that friend A, when I call, when I need them, they'll be there. I know friend B or friend C, when I call, I know that they are going to be there. I know that they're going to give me, the love and attention that I need. And I'm intentional with, my lifestyle. But also, loving yourself means finding the little things that makes you happy. That could be, that could be knitting. For me, knitting again is a safe space for me. It also regulates my nervous system. That could be sewing, sewing a nice outfit for yourself. Again, those activities, they are just smooth, they soft, but also they regulate your nervous system. Coloring is something I like to do as well. Reading, like I said, reading, coloring, sewing, knitting, doing my bed, going for a walk, going into a garden, picking up flowers, romanticizing my mornings, and making my breakfast just look so good. Having a skincare routine in the morning, having a shower, getting dressed, looking good, even if I might not be really be going anywhere, because most of the time I work from home anyway. So I still want to feel good and look good, and just looking after me. The more you look after you, the more you're going to begin to appreciate yourself more. The more you're going to begin to love yourself more. The more you're going to begin to, appreciate who you are. Because I feel like we live in a world where somehow we are comparing ourselves with everybody else. But here's the thing, we are all different in so many ways. We are so unique in so many ways. And so, what makes A happy might not necessarily make you happy. And another thing that makes me happy, I like to write songs. I like to sing. Although I still feel like I'm not a good singer whatsoever, but you know what? It's not even about that. It's about, it does that make me happy? Sometimes again, it doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect in anything to enjoy. As long as that thing makes you happy, that's all that matters. You might like, you might like dancing, but you might not really be a skilled dancer, but that's okay. It's not about being skilled. It's about how the dancing makes you feel. And if the dancing makes you feel happy, why not? Like I said, I like to sing. And I might not be the greatest like singer, but that's not the main issue. I've just realized I like to create music. I like to dance as well. And all these little things, guys, they bring so much joy and so much happiness to me. And as I begin to live my life in a way that is romantic, it makes me it makes me heal faster. It makes me let go easier. It makes me appreciate myself more. It makes me realize that I am so much more than what has happened to me. Yes, it's happened to me, but at the moment, I can't change the past, and I can't dwell in the past either. I can't always look at the past, but what I can do is I can look at the future, and I can look at today and look at where I am and continue to focus on myself, continue to focus on my happiness, because a lot of people feel like having friends makes them happy. A lot of people feel like being in a relationship makes them happy. A lot of people feel like having so much money makes them happy. But I disagree. I feel like happiness starts with you. Happiness comes from you. You don't need other people's approval, or you don't need other people to make you happy. You need to make yourself happy, and healing yourself is part of loving yourself, is part of honoring yourself. And so today, really, I just wanted to just remind you that in order for you to heal, you need to begin to love yourself. In order for you to build confidence within yourself, you need to begin to love yourself. In order for you to let go of those negative beliefs, you need to begin to take steps towards loving yourself. In order for you to be successful, you also need to begin to love yourself. But also, in order for you in order for you to have healthy relationships, you need to love yourself. But one thing about that is you also need to learn to set healthy boundaries, because without those boundaries, it becomes a lot harder for people to respect you. But even you need to learn to respect yourself. One thing I've learned is that we do not respect ourselves sometimes. We say one thing and we do the opposite. And you breaking a promise that you said to yourself is not really having respect towards the boundaries that you have set. If you have said to yourself that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., honor that boundary, because if you don't honor your boundaries, what makes you think that other people will be able to honor the boundaries that you give them? And so, again, how do you expect somebody else to love you if you do not love yourself? Like, we want others to love us, but we don't love ourselves. And so, guys, it's important to begin to fall in love with yourself all over again. If you have stopped caring for yourself, it's never too late to start over and begin to love yourself. And loving yourself, like I said, guys, it is not as hard as it might seem. It just means that you continue to be intentional with your day. What makes you happy? Which places makes me happy? It's about knowing where you want to go and where you don't want to go. It's about knowing who you want to be around with versus who you don't want to be around with. It's about knowing what really gives you a smile on your face. It's about knowing what really makes you happy. And so the list I have given you, you can try them and let me know what you think. And again, these are the things that we already do on a daily basis. Waking up in the morning, doing your bed, opening up your windows, having a shower, doing a skincare routine, getting your hair done, getting dressed, going out for a walk, romanticizing your mornings or even your evenings as well. Going to a garden, picking up flowers, eating healthy, doing creative activities, knitting, sewing, coloring, baking, cooking, cleaning as well. Cleaning your house, it's another way of loving yourself, music, dancing, reading a book, like the list goes on. And we just want to start here right now where we are with these little simple tools that I have given you. So yeah, today we were talking about, self-love and loving yourself so that you can heal from childhood trauma or anything that has hurt you. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and for listening in. This is one-on-one coaching with Vivian at Moyo Wellness Therapy, where we talk about trauma, and we talk about trauma. Loving yourself and healing as well. And I just want to say a huge thank you to the podcast agent for sponsoring and supporting our channel. And guys, I am trying to grow my channel, so it will be amazing if you are a listener of my podcast on a daily, weekly basis to continue to tune in, but also do share the podcast with other people. Do subscribe as well, and do comment, do interact, because I really want to grow my YouTube channel. I want to grow my Spotify as well, but a lot of my long content is on my Spotify, and I'm just literally just starting with my YouTube and trying to grow as a content creator. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And if you are new to this space, welcome. This is a safe space. And if you want to, if you've got any questions, advice, guidance, you want to ask me anything, please don't hesitate to send me an email at moyowellnesstherapy@gmail.com. And if you want to find out more about what I do visit our website, which is www.moyowellnesstherapy.com. And if you were affected by today's show and you want to talk to somebody, once again, please do visit our website, which is www.moyowellnesstherapy.com, and send us an email and somebody will be in touch with you. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye.